Thoughts and prayers.
Father, may you bless this episode audio.
Sky Daddy. That came out way moanier than I was expecting it to.
Hi guys.
Welcome back
to another episode of Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps. I'm Mak.
I'm Jubes.
And today is a book club.
Yeah.
But we want to chat about Love is Blind because the reunion happened 2 days ago.
And it's way better than the book.
Yeah. So
yeah.
We will be touching on book club, but it's going to be kind of like a Love is Blind takeover because that's what we want to talk about.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the book we read was Women Who Run with the Wolves, and it was 500 pages long of the smallest font you could imagine, and so dense.
Yeah, we went a little funky, and I think we might have gone too funky.
Yeah. I don't know, but it was 2 years on the New York Times bestseller list, and it sold 1 million copies.
Yeah.
So we're like, it's gotta be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Love is Blind.
But also, I got some updates too.
Ooh, okay.
So I am done my course now, officially.
Yay.
I took my final exam and I finished with merit on my diploma because I finished with a 90% overall average.
Yay.
Which is the highest grade I've received ever, which is exciting.
That's so awesome.
Which really just puts into perspective having interest in your topic, proper full interest really makes a difference because...
Yeah, it really does.
There was a good chunk of my degree where I just did not care about the course and I could not bring myself to do it properly. And you can be like, oh, well, that's not, you don't have, what is it? Perseverance or blah, 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 discipline.
Yeah.
But you're just going to do better if you care about the subject. So,
well, you really are. It makes it easier to study and keep your motivation to doing it. Yeah. And it makes being disciplined in it easier. Yeah. Because you're like, I actually care about this.
Yeah. And part of it is teaching myself, I think, helped that. Whereas teaching myself slowed me down quite a bit. Yeah. I think I did better overall because I could take the actual time to digest it. Yeah. Rather than just try to crash memorize for 5 different courses at the same time and then pray. And then, just kind of wing it. And so it was a combination of things. But yeah, very excited about that. That's so sweet. My lowest grade for the entire program was 73. So that's sick. Sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Whereas 73 used to be my average. For high school and university, it was 73 was yeah, that's a good grade. Nice. That's what I'm used to. And then, that's awesome. So feels good. That's so nice. Yeah. Sick. Done that. So applying to jobs and figuring out what's next now. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. How about you? Anything to share?
Start your Christmas shopping early with Dyson. If you're not familiar with Dyson, they sell fancy vacuums, hair straighteners, and so much more. If you're looking to save some money on Dyson products, now is the time. These deals are valid for a limited time only, so hurry over to sometimesciabattaslaps.com for more information and links to the Dyson website. I've got a lot and nothing at the same time, because it feels like it's been so long since we've recorded.
Even though it was last week? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, I think. I don't know. I went out to Vancouver. I had a super fun time with that. We went to the Morgan Wallen concert. Yeah. We missed Bailey Zimmerman opening, which is too bad because we really wanted to see him. And we thought he was going to go on second because we thought he was a bigger artist than Ernest. Yeah. Apparently we were wrong because he went on first, but they also started 10 minutes early, which is kind of rude. If I'm not just saying that because I missed it. Yeah. And I'm butthurt about that. But if you say that the concert starts at 7, don't have the opener start at 6:50. Yeah. Because people are still kind of finding their seats and getting there, and there's still 10 minutes before the show starts. So if anyone's running a little bit behind, they're oh, it's okay, I have time. Yeah. Instead of jokes, you're missing half of the first opener.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying.
I get it.
I also learned he's 5'7".
Oh.
Yeah.
I never would have thought about that ever in my life.
The thing is, he looks so tall in all of the videos because he wears like tight pants with flares, and he's
Bailey Zimmerman. Okay.
And he's just so thin that he looks like he's 6'4".
Huh.
And so I was shocked because one of my friends, we were hanging out the other weekend. She's like, Journey, I need you to find me some cute single guys or whatever. She always bugs me that Bryce needs to hire more cute single guys that are our age.
Yeah.
On the crew.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what about Bailey Zimmerman? Like, he's looking for a wife. And then we Googled it. And he's 5'7". And I was like, oh. Weird. I never would have. And Morgan Wallen's only 5'9".
Yeah. That checks out, though. I can see that.
Yeah, I totally thought.
He doesn't give tall boy energy to me.
No, he doesn't.
Like, he gives under 6 foot.
I thought he would have been at least 6 feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but
no.
It blew my mind because whenever I see pictures of Bailey Zimmerman, he looks tall.
Yeah.
But
I think, Morgan Wallen to me, he gives the type that's like, he's actually 5'11", but he says he's 6 foot.
Yeah, he's like 6 foot with his cowboy boots on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I see that.
That makes sense.
So.
No, it was so much fun though. Mm-hmm. So much fun. We got all dressed up, and then we got some really good, we took some photos of like the stage in the background or whatever. Yeah. One of the girls sitting beside us took them. Yeah. And I was showing Bryce the photos. He's like, oh my goodness, who took those photos for you guys? Like, did you just prop it up somewhere? And I was like, no. He's like, they did a really good job. And I was like, it's because we're so pretty. It's easy to take a good photo.
The girlies know. The girlies in Vancouver know.
Literally.
Everyone's a wannabe influencer.
Yeah. I was like, no. Okay, thanks. You could have just said, wow, you look really good. Not the person who took the photo did a really good job.
But it's fair though, because sometimes
they did. They took a
phenomenal
photo.
And I saw the photo. I liked how you guys kind of matched. With the skirts.
Yeah, we went shopping the day before, and I had tried on the skirt that Sid was wearing, but it was so tight. Mm-hmm. And so then I sized up, and it was so loose. Okay. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wear a stretchy skirt then.
Yeah. Yeah. But you guys had something that they're complimentary of each other, though.
Yeah. So thank you.
It looked good.
Yeah. It was super fun. And then we tried to go out because apparently there was like an after party at one of the local bars. Mm-hmm. And so we were like, oh, like maybe we'll go out and we'll get to meet Morgan Wallen and Bailey Zimmerman because they tend to go out in whichever city. Like, they went to Cowboys when they were in Calgary. Yeah. Which, amazing. It was $40 cover charge to get in, which is...
That's fair, though, especially if it is that they're both going there.
Yeah, but that's also stupid.
It is stupid because average cover is like 15.
Is it not 5 at Cowboys?
It depends on when you go.
I guess.
Most event covers that I've paid are $15 to $20.
I've never paid more than 10, I think.
Was it an event or normal?
It was normal. And like I get them upcharging for an event. Yeah. But $40 felt ridiculous.
Yeah. 40 is steep.
Especially when like they had pre-sold tickets for $20, which we didn't realize. Mm-hmm. And so then they were all sold out or whatever. And so I was like, hey, $20 works for tickets. Like, that's fair because then you're guaranteed to get in. But like, just for general admission, you stand in the lineup. Like, by the time we would have gotten in there, it would have been like $130.
Yeah, no, that makes sense for like, you were not going to pay $40 for that, for the lineup plus that.
Yeah, and then it's like, then you get in, and then drinks are probably going to be stupid expensive.
But even after, after Country Thunder? Yeah, that happened at Fort Calgary, right? Country Thunder. Ranchman's both nights that weekend had stupid long lineups. Yeah. As you saw. And I'm sure the cover was steep. I didn't look. I didn't know what cover was. Yeah. I don't think it hit 40 quite yet, but I wouldn't like be surprised if it was around $20 to get in. Yeah. And so you wait in this like hour and a half long lineup, pay $20, have 20 minutes left before you close.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And we were like, okay, $20 is fair. Like we can justify spending $20, but I cannot justify spending $40.
No, to get into a bar. No.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have to pay for my own drinks anyways.
Yeah. Which are double the price of because Vancouver's ridiculous.
Yeah. I was like,
Vancouver hurts my soul whenever I go to visit Connor, because I'm just like, ugh.
It's so expensive.
It's so steep.
And I'm like, for why?
And then on the flip side, like you saw my birthday when he came here, he was like, oh my gosh, this is so cheap. I was like, yeah, because we're not stupid in Alberta. Like,
literally.
We cut a tax, you know, some pros and cons. Some people debate that us cutting that one, like a provincial tax, is not good. But I mean, fuck, I'll take a discounted price on everything else.
Well, fucking our taxes don't go to what they say they're going to anyway. So it doesn't really matter if we pay more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or whatever. Yeah, so that was annoying because we were like really excited about going out. But then we just went home and watched a movie and it was...
just as good.
Just as fun. Yeah.
That's
it was
good.
Nice. It was super fun.
Everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Exactly. And now I have a Morgan Wallen t-shirt that I forgot that I had and I was going to wear for this episode.
Oh no. Next time.
Next week.
Dress up as a Morgan Wallen fan for Halloween.
Literally. It was so cool. I felt my main character energy was really just flowing. I was like, the narcissist in me really just wants him to like... Justin Bieber's One Less Lonely Girl. Both Sid and I like reverted back into like I hope they choose us to come on stage for something. Like he doesn't choose anyone to go on stage, but like the narcissism in both of us, or like our egos were just like, he's gonna choose us because we're so special. And she's like, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who thinks like that. And I was like, oh no. Like, I am right there in that delusion.
You guys are best friends.
Yeah. For a reason. I was like, it's a good thing I never got to go to any of Justin Bieber's concerts.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah. Oh, 11/11.
Fun. So, unless you've been living under a rock, you would know that Love is Blind season 5 came out, and it was the most train wreck season.
It was so mid.
It was so mid.
So mid. Like,
but it kept your interest more than season 4. So there's
season 4 I could not get into. Yeah.
I think season 4 was calm. Minus Jackie. But I still think season 4 was better than season 5 as like in general. Well, as far as what Love is Blind supposed to be. Yeah. Season 4 hit all those boxes where season 5 was like, what am I watching?
Season 5 was a shit show, and then they only covered 2 couples. And I'm like, 5 couples went to Mexico. What happened? Yeah. Like, I understand Taylor and JP broke up, but what happened to the other 2?
Well, have you seen any of the TikToks?
I've heard a lot about Renee and Carter, but I don't know who the other couple is.
I don't. There's a rape allegation with the other couple.
Really?
So her name has been released. I can't remember which article. Maybe Vanity Fair. Yeah. Something like that. Or People. Yeah. But his name hasn't been released.
Oh my gosh.
And this is all from the news article of TikTok. It's strictly where the super sleuths can super sleuth their way through. Yeah. It's like the Reddit kind of, and even Reddit, I think on Reddit there are threads about Love is Blind.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
But no, so this other couple, she's claiming that she told the crew that she needed help, that the guy she proposed to like raped her and all this stuff. But then Love is Blind production has come back saying no, she did not express that she felt like she was endangered and starved and all this kind of things like that. Wow. And so I don't know what happened because like of course production's gonna say no, we didn't know. But is she faking? Are they lying? Is there like a discrepancy somewhere in the middle where like she didn't like what the guy she got engaged to was really like, and they were like, well, you can't really leave, and she's like, well, he raped me.
Well, I feel like there's got to be something because they didn't show either of them for anything.
Yeah, they didn't show either of them because she basically is like in the middle of the lawsuit with Love is Blind.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
And so part of the suit is she can't be aired for XYZ reasons. Right. And if they aired it while having these allegations, that's also a bad rep for production. Yeah. And also on the whole starving allegations, don't you love how much they showed food? Literally. Because of all the previous allegations of like we don't eat enough, we don't drink enough. The whole Danielle and
Nick are like, we just didn't get food and we got paid $7.15 an hour or week or whatever. Yeah. And yeah, they're like every single scene there's going to be like heaps of food. Yeah. Like, oh, all the events they go to are food. Like, yeah. Yeah. I was like, okay, like I get you're covering your ass, but also like, yeah. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, no. And I heard like with the Renee and Carter, so much happened with that. Mm-hmm. But I think the most consistent thing that I've heard was that he had a different girl over while they were living together.
Yeah. So that's what, so the consistent thing that I'm hearing is, well, there's 2. One is that, Carter brought a girl to the apartment and Stacy and Izzy saw. Mm-hmm. But also, do I trust Stacy as a character?
Nope, not as a source. Not at all.
I don't. So was the girl or whatever someone else in the building that he was like just showing? Like, was he actually like with them?
Yeah.
Was it something harmless that was blown out of proportion? We don't know, and we won't know because they just cut it all together. I feel like
because they took it out, something had to have happened, right?
Allegation number 2, Renee had a boyfriend during filming.
Oh.
And
I've heard that for almost every single character this year, though.
Yeah. The thing with Renee is that she just got married in April 2023, which was, I think, 6 months after recording ended. So unless she found someone, fell in love wicked fast after saying no at the altar or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Apparently she said no based on what I've seen.
Okay.
And he then is the one that said to the production saying, if you air this, I'm going to sue you, kind of things like that. So is he covering his own ass? Is he covering his embarrassment? Did production pull it because she actually did have a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Did Carter actually bring a girl over and that's what led to Renee saying no? Because that's what she claims was the case.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're both sketchy stories.
Yeah, right? I don't really trust either of them as a source, especially with how big Love is Blind is and how many people can just use it for fame.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And that's what Renee has been doing.
Yeah.
By talking about how she was shorted by Love is Blind.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not a happy ending story like Lauren and Cameron. It's like I'm famous because I was slighted by this like conservative prick.
Yeah, I love the memes that are like, JP and Carter, we need to know where you were on January 6th.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. Yeah. 100%.
But then that being said, I also think that they're getting a little too much flack than they deserve. I don't agree with JP's way about talking to Taylor. I will tell you that much.
See,
but I don't think JP is like an inherently bad guy based off what we've seen.
I think he's easy to make fun of because he's wearing the American flag every single day. Like every article of clothing, he was wearing an American flag, and he packed a puzzle for Mexico. Did you see that in his suitcase?
No.
Yeah, when they there was a shot or whatever, and it was either him or Izzy. I think it was him. But there was a puzzle, like a 1,000-piece puzzle in his suitcase. Yeah, that was just like covered by American flag shrapnel.
That's funny.
Which is amazing.
I mean, fair, like smart move.
And yeah, like I understand him saying, I'm not attracted to women who wear lots of makeup. I can also understand him getting awkward and not phrasing that correctly. Yeah. I think that it's good that they split up.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. They're not
100%. I think it's stupid that she's still mad about that. Yeah. A year and a half later.
Yeah. Here's the thing though, is when they met too. Yeah. It was Taylor's face that made me think that she's not going to stick it out. Yeah. Because I think she's playing this card of like, oh yeah, like I would have, like it didn't make a difference to me. I think it did make a difference to her. She was standoffish. Yeah. And
well, yeah, he wasn't what she expected. And we see that a lot with the red carpet reveals. Yeah. But, okay, let's go couple by couple. Okay. Obviously, I guess starting with Taylor JP. Yeah. We kind of covered them.
But here, even more so, in the pods, I thought they were going to work. My boyfriend and I both.
Same. I was like,
they fit the like Southern stereotype.
Yes. Right? To me, I viewed them as kind of equals.
Yeah. Like the blue collar, hardworking dude.
They're just plain regular people.
With like the blonde, pretty school teacher. Yeah. Like turned housewife kind of thing, right?
I was like, okay, this makes sense. Like this can work. And then he just got so weird. Have you seen the videos that he's gay?
No.
I saw a TikTok video, I didn't save it, of him dressed up with like makeup on and hanging out with a bunch of women. And they're like, there's a reason he wasn't attracted to her is because he's gay.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise. I mean,
And so
it wouldn't surprise me, especially because he is like Texas, right? So if it is like a closeted thing.
Yeah, but if you
and you also have a certain stereotype because of family pressures or whatever else. Because he's very patriotic.
Yeah, unless he went on Love is Blind to prove I'm not gay.
Yeah.
But
I also think he's ASD.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think he's like...
That would make sense. Well, that explains the whole not talking. And like, I understand when he was talking about like, oh, it's awkward with the cameras and like, I was just uncomfortable. And I'm like, I get that. I feel like I would be very, very similar.
And the fact that he was saying Taylor was prying, I would say she was pushing too, though, because she was like, you're awkward. This is awkward. Why is this awkward? Why are you so awkward?
Yeah.
It's like,
I was like, you're not offering a solution to the situation. You're just like, you are harping on him being like, get better. And instead of being like, hey, why are you uncomfortable? What can we do to make this better? Like, I'm quote unquote in love with you and your fiance. So like, what can we do to make this better?
Yeah. In my opinion, he needs someone who is extroverted and confident, and she does not have that confidence to be with someone who is so quiet.
Yes.
And my boyfriend and I had this conversation because Shad is very much like a JP in the sense of he can be so quiet.
Yeah.
And if I had a more self-doubt, like even like a couple ounces of more self-doubt than I like have, that would be a demise factor for us.
Yeah.
Because I just have to know that everything's okay. And trust that it's okay. Whereas I think Taylor needs someone who is extroverted. Like, I think they're both introverts. She's a little bit more extroverted than he is, right? Obviously, he's very quiet. We know this.
Yeah.
But like that, him being quiet and her having a lack of self-confidence caused like a vinegar baking soda kind of fizz over.
Very much
Whereas
so.
she needs someone who's like blue collar, outgoing, like boisterous, charismatic, that's going to kind of drag her around.
Yeah.
And he needs the same as well from a woman who's just kind of like, no, darling, let's do this. You know, just tell him what to do.
Yeah.
Rather than, because she kept wanting him to lead and he's not a leader.
No, very much not. And like, maybe not with her. Like, maybe there's another girl out there which he can be a leader for.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's saying he was dating somebody. I was trying to find it on his page, but I couldn't.
I know. But
I don't know if you see that the same way I do, but like based on my boyfriend, like he can be hella introverted and quiet. And I just have to trust that silence is like means everything's all as well. Like we're good.
Same. Yeah. I don't know. Because like some days Bryce will be grumpy and he'll just be silent or whatever. And I have had to do so much work just to be like, he's not mad at me, because in my household, silence meant I hate you. Yeah. So like I have to learn how to do that, which has taken a lot of work, but I know it's been a lot of work. But also with his whole, it would be easier to have conversations with a wall in between you, because if you are a little bit autistic, that makes it easier because you don't have to worry about the social cues and you can just talk. And I find that I have better conversations when I'm not like face to face with someone. Like I can't have eye contact while having an important, scary conversation.
Okay, yeah. Also, I'm like, we have eye contact all the time.
Yes, I know. But like, if we
that makes sense.
Are having a disagreement, or if I'm like saying something that's making me uncomfortable that I think is going to upset you, you'll notice I can't meet your eyes. Yeah. Because that makes me so uncomfortable. I can't do it. Yeah. And even with Bryce, like a lot of our conversations, we have to kind of have like sitting beside each other because I can't. Yeah. I am better at expressing my thoughts when I don't have to look at you and try and process your XYZ. So that makes sense. That also adds to the whole, like, he's on the spectrum.
I definitely think he is. Like, I have a hard time believing he's not. Yeah. Because there's awkward and then there's like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Yeah. Because she's like, can you sleep with me, like, or see sleeping with me the rest of your life or whatever? And he goes, I don't know. Yeah. That's a panic response.
100%. Right. And like, it is an uncomfortable situation. Like, I feel like he gave the most genuine reaction to being on a reality TV show about Love is Blind. Yeah. That's how normal people are going to do it. Yeah. Unless you're extremely extroverted and on the show for fame. Yeah. That's how regular people react.
Definitely.
In my opinion.
Definitely.
But yeah. No, I was like, at starting, I was like, these guys are perfect for each other. And then when they broke up, I was like, that is the best thing you guys could do for each other right now. Yes.
Yeah. The minute that they met, I was like, nah, never mind.
Just not it.
Never mind.
I know everyone was making fun of him kissing her. But it was almost because it looked like he kind of just like headbutt her. Like he was just like so excited to kiss her. But it was like, she wanted to have a conversation and he wanted to just kiss her.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, even then, they weren't on the same wavelength.
I think the interaction of every single couple meeting is awkward.
Well, it has to be. Like, that's an awkward situation. I would be concerned if it wasn't awkward.
Like, if there was just a compilation of every couple meeting each other on Love is Blind, I would cringe hard.
It'd be so cringy. And, like, that's just how it is, because as much as you try not to, you do have an expectation of someone in your head.
Yeah.
You can say that you don't, but you do.
And I think a lot of people say they don't to not seem superficial on TV. Everyone does.
Everyone does. That's a human thing.
Yeah.
Like, you create a face. Like, when I'm texting Bryce, I have a different face for him texting than I do when I'm talking to him face to face. Yeah. Because I had to create a whole persona texting him when we were long distance. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I was going to say, even, I was going to say, when you tell me even things about friends and people and whatnot in your life that I don't know. Yeah. I create an image in my head.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was it? Then I said that. I was like, oh, that's not how I picture them to look. I can't remember. It was a while ago.
I have no idea.
Maybe Spencer? I don't know.
That would have been a really long time ago.
I know, it was a long time ago, but I remember you talking a lot about so-and-so, and like it was like one of Bryce's friends or someone you knew from back home.
Okay.
And then when you showed me a photo, I was like, that's not how I picture them to be.
Maybe it was Reed.
No.
Sheraton?
No.
My mom?
No. Because I'd seen your mom and dad on your Instagram before. Like, I'd seen your family. There's no family members.
Right, that makes sense.
I want to say maybe it was Spencer, because you're talking about how Spencer was moving in or whatnot.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And I was like, you are not how I pictured you to look. Or it's based off of your description.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyways, it doesn't matter. But it happens. It's just a natural thing. Mm-hmm. I do it all the time.
Oh, same. That's just how humans are wired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And big thank you to Chamberlain Coffee for working with Sometimes Ciabatta Slaps. As you guys know, Journey and I met working in a coffee shop, so coffee is our love language.
And Chamberlain Coffee is a coffee company that was started by Emma Chamberlain, and we are so proud to partner with her. If you love coffee as much as we do, then we know you'll love this.
There's no shortage of coffee paraphernalia you can purchase from her website, as well as matcha. She has coffee bundles and instant coffee mixes, and just makes coffee as accessible for everyone.
Exactly. So get up to 15% off plus free shipping and a free gift when you subscribe for auto delivery at chamberlaincoffee.com. You can also get another 10% off when you sign up for text at chamberlaincoffee.com. And bonus, if you have a Keurig, then you'll love that there are new coffee pods available. And we have the link for that over on our website.
So if you're interested in Chamberlain Coffee, you can head on over to sometimesciabattaslaps.com and you can find the updated links underneath our affiliates section.
Thoughts on Izzy and Stacy?
They're both toxic.
Yeah.
But after the interaction that Izzy had with Johnny, it's not any better.
No.
I think Izzy also has so much self-worth issues going on because of whatever happened with his ex-wife.
Well, ex-wife or ex-fiance?
I thought it was wife.
I thought it was fiance.
I thought that's what him and Johnny bonded over, because they both had been married and whatnot.
Oh, I thought it was because he had been engaged before.
Possibly. Either way.
Oh, okay.
That woman stomped on his heart.
Yeah. Because he has a lot of self-worth issues.
Yeah. But he's a lot too, and that's the thing. But I think that's why he hid so much of himself from Stacy. Mm-hmm. Like, in so many ways, they were perfect for each other because they're both garbage.
They're the same person. She's the female version of him.
Yeah, but she's just like a boisterous, rich version of him.
And he knew that, if I admit this to Stacy, she's going to tear me apart. Yeah. But I want to get married to her, so I'm not going to say that and ask for forgiveness instead of permission, kind of thing. I also don't understand why she got so mad that he had plastic plates and cutlery.
I think it's like the whole, you're an adult, what the heck?
But also, who cares?
I would tease about it.
Yeah.
It'd be like, you can't afford plates? Like, you understand a stack of these papers costs more than just buying a plate and using it indefinitely.
Was it a matter of affording? Because Bryce and I have had conversations where he's like, if you and I weren't living together, guaranteed I have plastic plates and cutlery, so I wouldn't have to do dishes.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It's not an affording factor then. It's probably just a lazy. I mean, I don't know.
Which makes sense. And I'm like, all the power to you.
If it's an affording factor, it's not more affordable. It's not. You have to pay for it every time. 100%. It's single use.
Yeah.
Right? Go to the thrift store and buy a set of plates for $2.
Yeah. And like, I liked it because I was like, if you know yourself so well that you know you're not going to do dishes and you don't want to have a gross home, so you buy things you can just throw it when you're done, like, all the power to you.
Yeah, I think that might have been more like it. One of my uncles, when he was younger bachelor and stuff, he actually would throw like real plates, physical plates, when he didn't want to wash them.
Yeah.
That was a regular thing.
That's insane.
And my mom was like, what the frick?
I'd be more mad about that. And then she's like, well, what's going to happen when we move in together?
No.
Well, he's obviously not going to bring his fucking paper plates over to your house so you have plates.
You keep the paper plates for a cookout.
Like,
no, she was definitely more dramatic than that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They just gave Jasmine and Aladdin to me. They're dynamic.
I did not get that at all. I understand she's like a spoiled princess and daddy pays for everything. But I don't get it in the Jasmine and Aladdin vibes.
Because I think Jasmine has just as much attitude about Aladdin from where he comes from.
True, it's not as blatant. That's also the reason why she loves him, because he didn't come from the city.
And I think that's why Stacey ended up liking Izzy, but she couldn't get over the whole no money thing.
I don't think she knew that he didn't have money.
But that's ultimately, though, it was the cost. It was talks about money.
It was that he had a bad credit score that they broke up.
I know. But that's because that affects her lifestyle that she wants.
Like, I guess, but it's not like he has, or a lot. It's not that we know that he had lots of debt. Like, I would be more concerned about debt.
Yeah,
than I would take it on. Credit score.
Yeah.
Because you can build up a credit score.
They made it seem like it was debt, though, and they talked about credit score at the reunion.
Yeah, because the whole conversation was like, I have a bad credit score. Well, why didn't you tell me that when we talked about money? He's like, oh, because I was worried XYZ.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I don't know.
Friggin' pay off your credit card better. Like, he also just switched jobs. Which, like, yeah. I don't know. They had their own thing going on.
Yeah. But I could not see Aladdin and Jasmine with them, though. I don't know what it was.
What was your opinion about the lost and found drawer that he had?
Throw them out. Why is it necessary?
Yeah.
Unless you have like regular patrons coming through.
I guess. Like, I don't know. I kind of thought it was a lose situation for him, because if he had thrown it out and had just an empty drawer, she'd be like, why is this drawer empty? What was in here that I couldn't see?
Yeah.
What are you hiding from me?
Yeah.
And then he kept it in there and she's like, why the fuck wouldn't you throw this out?
Yeah.
And it's like, you see what I mean, though? Like, I feel like she would have picked it apart either way.
Yeah. But it's also something like I can see why he just wouldn't think about it. Yeah. Because I feel like that's a lot of bachelor guys too that have hookup culture. Like,
yeah,
there are definitely just things that they just like have from ex-flings or whatever the heck, and then like a lotion in a bathroom cabinet at the very back that you never see or look at.
Well, I feel like you put it there and then you forget about it.
But, like, I don't think there's always malicious intent with it, or like a trophy shelf or anything.
And I think his way of like bringing it up was his way of like, this is something that I have, but I'm no longer doing it.
Yeah.
But I just want to put it out there instead of like bragging about it.
Yeah.
You know, because that was another thing about this season. Why was everyone so mad that everyone else had dated someone in the past? Like,
toxic.
You're all fucking 30 years old.
Toxic.
It blew my mind.
Toxic.
And that leads us to...
Well, before we do this, I want to touch on, what do you think of Stacey's dad saying sometimes love wants to fly first class? Because that sentence has got a lot of praise on TikTok. I think it's superficial.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
Like, I get where he's coming from in the whole, like, yeah, if you're going to marry my daughter and put her in debt that she doesn't have, then you got to sort your debt out first before you're going to sign a contract to be with them.
Yeah.
But it's the whole, sometimes love wants to fly first class.
I didn't think too deeply about that, because I think he was just saying sometimes Stacey wants to fly first class. And if you can't afford to put Stacey in first class, then you need to be willing to accept the fallout of that. And
I think that shows, but like, that shows her bratty side. Like, that sentence alone.
Dude, her whole family has been like, yeah, she's so superficial and fake and she needs to be this way, XYZ.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you created her.
And the fact that her family loved Izzy so much because he wasn't that. Yeah. He didn't come from that.
Yeah.
Like even at the reunion when she said that her mom like jumped up and screamed his name. Mm-hmm. I don't know about you, but if my mom jumped up and screamed my ex-fiance's name, like in excitement, I'd be like, excuse you?
Literally.
But
how did you think about her kissing her dad on the mouth before she got married?
Weird.
Yeah.
But also, did you see her dad's face at their wedding? Like he was like grumpy that the memes are like when you're pissed off that she says no, so you can't get her off your payroll.
Yeah. Yeah. Which that's fair because I feel like she's expensive for him.
Yeah.
But also, I hated her dress at the reunion.
Oh my God, no, I hated it.
I was like, why would you wear that? It makes your chest look like a man.
Looks like a toilet paper.
It was so ugly.
It's like the worst type of bandage dress you could find.
I was like, yes, you have a great body because you're a Pilates instructor.
Mm-hmm. But Raven's better.
That's doing nothing for you.
But Raven is better. Was she Love is Blind? What was she?
No.
Oh, what was Raven?
Did someone else wear that dress?
No. Raven's a Pilates instructor that was on a reality TV show.
Oh, it was Love is Blind last year. Yeah.
No, but last year.
The year before, season 3.
Yeah. But Raven did it better.
Did she wear that?
No, she didn't wear that. But when I talk good body Pilates instructor, Raven has a good body as a Pilates instructor.
That's because Raven was a Pilates instructor to make money. Stacey's a Pilates instructor because she wants to.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't like the dress at all.
Yeah, no, it was not it.
I think Taylor looked the best at the reunion. You're going to say you disagree because it was yellow.
I didn't like her makeup. I thought it made her face look dumb.
Yeah.
I thought it changed the shape of her face.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It changed her nose, and I was like, this is me sounding so much like JP right now, which is ridiculous. Like, she's beautiful either way.
But she went overboard because
But it was way too much.
Yeah. She went overboard because of JP.
Yeah.
We know that she did it to spite him.
Mm-hmm. Her makeup artist showed up on my TikTok last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I got to watch her doing her up.
I also saw her post on Instagram saying, like, Sephora, you owe me a gift card or something like that.
Oh, funny. Which, like, yeah, she was beautiful. And, like, her dress was the nicest.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think it looked the best.
Yeah. That's sweet. I didn't love Johnny's.
No.
She needs to stop wearing strapless dresses. It does not work with her chest and shoulders. Or at least put on a necklace.
The V in Lydia's was weird.
I do not like Lydia.
Okay, sorry, should we move on to Milton and Lydia then?
Yeah. I love Milton. I love him so much.
Milton's a goat, for sure.
He made this whole season. He's the most mature out of that entire group of people.
And he's 24.
Yeah, and I'm like, do I love him because it's appropriate for me to love him? It's the same thing, like, you find people your age, like, generally more attractive than you do, like, other ages. You know, like...
But
I'm not attracted to 50-year-olds.
Oh, no, I'm not attracted. But I can go 30, and a lot of people there are 30.
Yeah, I don't know. They all just felt weird.
It's true.
I was like, I don't know if it's just that because we're the same age that I feel more, like, drawn to him.
I think looks-wise, because they released the cast before they released the show. And so my boyfriend and I went through the cast, and we both kind of, like, said, like, oh, who do you think is the most attractive person? Or who would you choose based on looks alone? And... my initial instinct, like I was initially drawn to Carter.
Right.
Based off his looks.
Right.
No conversation in the pods, no casting on TV. This is before the show aired, right?
Yeah.
I also kind of looked at Uche and I was like, I like your look, but I know you're an asshole. I already know this.
100%.
Before this season even aired, I looked at his photo for the casting and I'm like, you are a douchebag.
Yeah.
And the whole time I was like, because at first he put on a good front, and I was saying this to my friend, I'm like, where's the toxic? Because I know the toxic's coming.
He showed the toxic when he was talking to Lee about cheating, and then he was like, I can't believe you cheated in the recent 2 years, because I just cheated 6 months ago, and like, that's fine.
Yeah, I know.
No.
But back to Milton. Milton, personality-wise, love him, but I still don't think that if we met in the pods, I don't think we would have clicked, because I don't think we, like Milton and I'd say, would have enough in common to talk about.
Yeah.
But as a whole, he was definitely the best.
Dude, when he was like, we could look at rocks through my polarizing microscope, I was like, I'll be your fiance.
Yeah.
I love that so much. Yeah.
And I think that's great. But again,
that's so cool.
I know myself, that's not my thing. I wouldn't be able to bond with him over that.
Yeah.
Other than like, I like the look of crystals and I took one geology class in university.
Yeah.
Right? But that part of things. And so unless there's other things that open up and yada, 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 you talk to about.
Yeah.
But based on what we've seen for the conversations, I just know that we wouldn't have clicked if we had the exact conversations that he did with other girls.
If I was on the season, I would have married Milton. 1010%.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
I guess that depends if he likes me back.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. But he's a great guy. And so overall,
oh my goodness, he's amazing.
I love how mature he was. I love how much he actually was devoted to Lydia, even though she had her crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I agree with him, like what he said in the reunion, where Lydia, I think she's a nice person. I think she's not intentionally malicious, but she's definitely socially dense.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a cultural thing or if it's a personal thing.
Yeah.
But even her conversation with Aaliyah, like I was talking about with my boyfriend at the reunion and stuff, about how Aaliyah's leaving the show was because she didn't like how Lydia spoke about Uche. But I think Lydia was just like releasing. And Aaliyah didn't she did say it, but she didn't like say it really loudly to be like, no, can you stop talking about it?
Yeah, she never stopped her, but she did say a few times, like, I don't want to hear about
She's
this.
like, that's great. I don't want to hear about this. But if she really wanted to be like firm about it, she could have been like, I don't want to talk about this right now, and left.
Yeah.
So if it really bugged her at her core, she could have walked away.
But I think it was one of those situations where she's had this conversation with Lydia before, and she knows that it's not even worth it because Lydia will have just followed her.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah. And I agree. I know that she said it, but also, did Lydia hear it? I don't think so.
I thought she did because I thought she was like, yeah, no, that makes sense. But also, XYZ.
I can't remember that fully, but I just imagine Lydia being so preoccupied with her thoughts about what she wants to say next that she's like not really registering what's being said.
Yeah.
So I don't think Lydia was in malicious with her intent. Like I agree, like when her apology and stuff, I think was genuine.
Did she apologize?
Yeah. Did she not?
Did she say, I'm sorry for telling you too much about Uche when you asked me not to?
I thought, didn't she at the reunion? I thought she did.
I don't think so.
Maybe she apologized to Aaliyah after the show or during the show airing or something then?
Because I feel like I saw something that was like, we love that, like, Lydia didn't even apologize for XYZ.
I thought they talked about that there was an apology said, but either way, I just like, you could tell Lydia was remorseful based off like her seeing how she acted.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Lydia was intentionally trying to be a villain or malicious or anything.
Yeah, I agree that she was just like, she was finally like, oh my goodness, I can finally talk to you about this. Like, I've been wanting to do that for so long.
Yeah.
But she also should have been cognizant of the fact that Aaliyah wanted to stay true to the Love is Blind experiment and not know these things about him.
Yeah.
And like, it's also weird. That whole situation was kind of stupid though.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I don't understand why it was that big of a deal.
About not saying or about that they've dated in the past or whatever?
That they've dated in the past.
Yeah.
And that she cried to Uche and then she cried to Lydia.
Yeah.
But it's like, everyone on this show has exes.
Yeah.
Why is this one the big deal? Like, he told you they couldn't tell you. You have to expect that.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I would be more mad at Lydia for not telling me than Uche because Lydia had been so close.
But Lydia also, like, they got close before she knew it was Uche.
Yeah.
Right? Or they started talking before she knew it was Uche.
Yeah.
And she couldn't say anything when she found out it was Uche.
Yeah. But I would have been more mad at Lydia.
Yeah. I guess then once she found out it was Uche, she could have distanced herself or whatever, but then Aaliyah would have acted weird too. She would have thought that was weird.
Yeah.
So I think it was a lose-lose situation.
Oh, 100%.
And production definitely manipulated it.
Yeah. I definitely think that they should have been able. I think that if you have dated someone in the pods in the past, you should be able to say that like right away.
Yeah.
Like, I think it should be on the person in the pods to tell the person.
Because as long as they're not, like, I mean, if anything, say, okay, well, you guys can't date each other then.
Yeah. Be like, you guys won't be dating each other because you're not staying true. Or they shouldn't have been allowed in the experiment anyways.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. But then Milton loses his love story.
Yeah, but he would have found someone else. There would have been someone else.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah, I guess. But he didn't really talk to anyone.
Or if they were really meant to be together, they would have found each other outside of the pods.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
when they asked that at the reunion, it was kind of awkward because I understand why they're going to say yes because it worked for her in the end.
Yeah.
It sucks that she was the villain, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think Aaliyah is fully a victim.
No,
I don't. Not. I think she definitely does things on her own. She was more a victim between Uche and Lydia, but to victimize yourself fully based off of something when you could have walked away, you could have been more loud about it, you could have done XYZ, right?
Yeah, but it's not all on her. It could have also been on Lydia.
I know it's not all on her. I'm not going to say it. I'm not saying it is by any means.
Yeah.
Right? But I just think that there could have been more. And she admitted that on the reunion though too, right? Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, it's not like anyone's fault.
Yeah.
Per se. It just sucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think she definitely made the right call leaving.
Oh yeah.
Because it allowed Uche to show his real colors.
Did it ever?
Because wow, is that man toxic?
Yeah.
And then the whole like barbecue and like I have screenshots. It's like, why are your followers going like? Do you go through who looks on your story?
Sometimes, yeah.
But like with a fine-tooth comb and notice that some person who doesn't follow you is looking. No. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then clicking on them and being like, oh, they only follow him, and then sending it to him.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, that's weird.
Wild.
That's weird. And again, this is why I think with Uche's reaction, I think Uche played Lydia in the sense that he's like the type to say, no, baby, it's only you. It's only you. It's you and I. Mm-hmm. Which instigates crazy. Mm-hmm. Right? A woman can be as sane as possible, but enough gaslighting was going to make her crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't think Lydia's an innocent in their situation either.
No.
However, Lydia clearly would not be like that if it wasn't for his instigation. And this is why her and Milton ended up working out, because Milton is not that.
Yeah.
But what happened is the people who are sending the screenshots is Uche's other side pieces that he's saying, baby, it's only you. It's only you. He might not be dating them exclusively, or he could be. Who knows? Mm-hmm. But he's saying the baby, it's only you, baby, it's only you. And they're all gaslit now. And they're like, oh, well, who's this chick? And why does she only follow you? And why is she watching my stories? Like, I think he has like 4 or 5 girls like that on his roster.
Yeah.
That he's cycling through.
Yeah.
Or whatever, his Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
And then that's who is sending him these screenshots if they are legit.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, there's definitely so much more. I'm so thankful that he was not on the reunion, because this felt like the first reunion where they were actually able to have conversations about the things that had happened in the season. They didn't have all the conversations I wanted.
Yeah.
But they actually had conversations about things.
See, I wanted to see him get roasted.
No, because he wouldn't.
In front of everyone.
It would be the same thing where he'd just be like, no, because XYZ, blah, blah. He wouldn't let them finish off a sentence. And then Nick and Vanessa would do a terrible job of being like, okay, everyone, calm down. And then someone else would say something. Uche would be like,
I know.
By the way.
I know.
Like they wouldn't be able to go anywhere. It would just be the Uche show.
Yeah. But I also just kind of want to see him dig himself into a deeper hole.
Yeah. No, I was so thankful to be done with him.
Like, talk your shit, boy. Like, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was like, so
all
thankful.
Nonsense anyways.
That was the only thing that made the review or the reunion worth it, in my opinion, was that he wasn't there.
That's fair. I can see that why.
Because I was so nervous the whole time that he was going to be there and just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was prepared to shut it off if he walked on.
Yeah.
Because it just wouldn't have been conducive.
And then there's Johnny and
Izzy and Chris.
There it is.
Yeah.
Izzy, I'm glad he apologized to Johnny.
Yeah.
Because that was not cool.
That was how can you walk up to someone and be like, you're a shit person. Everyone else has been saying you're a shit person, and then sleep at night.
Yeah.
And then it was so despicable. He's like, oh, you're a shit person or whatever. And then Stacey was like, yeah, she's an absolute terrible person. You're so shit, blah, 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 XYZ. And then Izzy goes to Stacey, oh, I'm so thankful that we found each other. Like, I'm so happy with you. Like, I couldn't stand having all of this, like, toxicness.
And that was the moment where I'm like, okay, you two are perfect for each other. Yeah. Moving on. Mm-hmm. But I was rooting for Izzy for a while, too, because I was like, I definitely, he gave Lost Puppy. And I'm like, you just want to find love, and you blah, blah, blah. And him and Johnny ending was... Yeah. Because... I'm sure Johnny reminded him of his ex-fiance. Yeah. Right? And so no wonder you're going to kind of run away from someone who's similar. Well, for whatever, if you think they're similar.
I feel like him and Johnny would have worked out.
I think they could have. Yeah. But he freaked out when she said that about her only love or whatever dying thing. Yeah. And I think that's probably similar. Like, his fiance or wife or whoever it was might have left him because of her only love she found rekindled or something like that. But because of how quickly he freaked out, I'm like, there's definitely an open wound with that particular scenario.
Yeah, he was very worried that because of that she wouldn't actually love him like she said she would.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know either. You can't speak on it really. And then her and Chris, like, I'm glad they talked and dated for a minute there. I thought the way he dumped her was stupid.
Shit.
Like, I saw something that's kind of said he let what Izzy and Stacy said to him get to him, and that's why he ghosted her.
Yeah.
Which, like, I can understand. It was still a shitty thing to do.
Yeah.
But, like, I get it. And I really liked how they were able to have, like, an actual civil conversation about it.
Yeah.
And, like, there's no hard feelings and they're still really good friends.
Yeah.
Even though that was an absolutely terrible thing to do to a person.
Definitely.
But yeah.
And then for the weddings, I was shocked that Milton and Lydia went ahead with it. I thought
he was going to say no.
Yeah.
I thought the fact, like, how controlling she is, I thought that was going to get to him.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to be like, no, I don't need someone who's picking out my clothes every single day.
Yeah.
But he wants someone to look after him, and she wants someone to look after her.
Yeah. And
so it works.
And I think he's level-headed enough to know that he's not pressured into saying yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
He means what he says and does what he means. And
yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, no, I was...
I knew Stacy was going to say no.
I thought Izzy was going to say no.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew he was going to say yes. I knew Stacy was going to say no.
Yeah. No, I totally thought... I thought Izzy was going to be the one to say no. But I think that was before they had that whole credit score fight.
Yeah.
But...
Makes
yeah,
sense.
I don't know. I've seen things where they say that Stacy was only on Love is Blind so that she wasn't at home while her house was getting renovations. Which I don't disagree with. But yeah.
Also, Stacy and Shayna, same energy.
Same energy.
The minute Stacy walked on screen, I was like, oh, there's Shayna 2.0.
Literally. And then, yeah, she made the exact Shayna face, like, in the reunion.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was happy that Nick and Vanessa didn't ask anyone when they were having babies.
Yeah. I know.
Because, like...
Well, last year, Vanessa was like, can you sacrifice your first child for Love is Blind?
Yeah, literally. It's like whoa, calm down. That's insane.
Yeah.
What if they're trying and they can't conceive? Like, you don't know what they're going through.
Yeah. Vanessa was way more calm, but I still don't love her.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%. The only time I liked her was when she was like, hold on a second, Stacey. Like, I saw that you guys were whispering, like, through her whole apology. Like, what was up with that?
Yeah.
I wish she had dug more into that because it was insanely disrespectful for them to do that. I understand why they did that because they don't believe a word that comes out of Stacey's mouth, and I get that.
Yeah.
But by disrespecting her like that, you are stooping down to her level.
Yep. Totally.
But, so that's 50 minutes of Love is Blind. Do you have anything more you want to say about it?
No, I think I'm good there.
Yeah. Let us know your guys' comments.
Yeah. And I guess we'll touch on book club.
Yeah.
Because we have a few thoughts. So we read part of Woman Who Ran with the Wolves.
Yeah.
We chose to read this book because of a review that we saw.
Yeah.
It was actually a 1-star review, but we're like, oh, okay, I want to dig more into this. It basically said that the author would only portray one type of woman, and if you weren't like the loud, boisterous, curvy, like independent girl, then you weren't shit. Like,
and I reached the part where the person who wrote the review would have gotten that from.
Yeah.
But that's not what I got.
No, from what I read, so the part that I read, I disagree with that part of it.
How far did you get into this book?
Maybe 100-something pages.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No, like, this book was written, I think, in 1992. Yes. Or the first edition came out in June 1992. So I think in 1992, this book would have been so good. But right now, it's so commonplace that we don't need to read a 500-page book to understand that it's beautiful to be a woman. We can just watch the new Barbie movie. Because the new Barbie movie is basically this book in a movie. Yeah. With less stupid stories and dumb metaphors.
Yeah. And I like stories because I like mythology to an extent, but the layout of this one was not... There was nothing of me that wanted to keep reading this book. Yeah. Like, I had never had such an aggressive halt. Yeah. To something.
Well, like... there's so much in here that doesn't need to be in here. And she changes the stories. Like she says she took like a 5-line poem and made it into a 5-page story.
Yeah.
So it's like for the book. And then she spends the rest of the chapter, so probably another 15 to 20 pages, explaining what that story means to her. Yeah. And I didn't see a lot of parallels between her explanation of what she thinks the story is and what the story was actually about.
Yeah. I have some like so the first story she talks about is La Loba. And basically the premise of La Loba is that she's an old woman who collects and preserves bones or things that are quote unquote lost to the world, right? Yeah. So La Loba reconstructs the skeleton of the bones that she finds. Yeah. And then sings, and then the creature will come to life. Yeah. And be reborn again. Yeah. Right? And so the archetype of her is like the old woman or the one who knows. So she's like the wise old woman archetype that can never die, I guess, right? So big thank you to Blue Land for working with Sometimes Spotted Slaps. If you're passionate about the earth and a clean home, then these are the cleaning products for you. Blue Land is a company that sells eco-friendly cleaning products on a subscription basis. You can buy the Welcome Kit, which comes with dissolvable tablets of the products and reusable containers for each product. I got the Clean Sweet Kit, which comes with a foaming hand soap, laundry detergent, powdered dish soap, dishwasher detergent, multi-surface cleaner and bottle, bathroom cleaner and bottle, and glass and mirror cleaner and bottle. And I love it so far. It has done exactly what I need it to do. So there are so many kits that you can get. And once you have what you need, then the tablets can be mailed out as needed. So you can just order the tablets and you don't have to get rid of the bottle as if what you do when you go to the grocery store now. So we love that they don't send out useless plastic bottles with each product, and you can just pop a tablet into the bottle and reuse it. So if you are interested in incorporating Blue Land products into your everyday life, click the link in our description and or on our website. Oh, the whole premise of like that fact that the old woman knows all is because there's also a story that women were made from the skin of the sole of her foot. So we know all because she knows all. And so we're a part of La Loba, this old wise history, whatever. Yeah. So in archetypal symbology, bones symbolize the indestructible force. And then in the myth and the story, it represents the soul spirit. So it's like basically like we know all because La Loba knows all. And it's indestructible because bones. But to pull even that information was like, where the F is she going with this? Like, where's the key points? Yeah. Right?
Well, like there's one, did you read the Bluebeard story?
Yeah. And so the whole premise of the Bluebeard story was that Bluebeard symbolizes the natural predator to the woman's psyche. Yeah. Right?
Have you dreamt about this psychic predator that she says that never. Every single woman ever has dreamt about?
I've never heard of it. Like, he gives Beast from Beauty and the Beast to a worse version.
Yeah, it feels like a Grimm's Brother Beauty and the Beast. And I understand like what she was trying to say with that story. But I don't think like, and I also find that sometimes, yes, it is dangerous to be a woman. Yeah. But if true feminism means it's no longer dangerous to be a woman because you're no longer being hunted for sport. Yeah. Like, and in this, I don't know. I had so many issues with that story.
I understand the mythology and the stories and like that they came from a place, right? Because that was the time where if you weren't married, you're dead.
But she wasn't even explaining the history of the story. She was explaining her interpretation. It would have been such a good book had she explained the history of the story.
So here's the story, here's the breakdown. Yeah. Moving forward. But
literally.
I don't know. Long story short, because I had such an aggressive halt to it, I'm giving it a 1 star. I mean, if you're interested in trying to break apart 500 pages, go for it. Yeah. I don't think it's necessary, and I think you can just buy a mythology book and get what I was most excited for.
Yeah, I was really trying to read it from the perspective of an anthropologist, but she was missing the anthropology of it.
But she was even missing the psychology. Yeah. Like, it's not even psychological. It was just like, here's what I feel. And so if you want to go on a spiritual journey about feminism and, go crazy, but it just was not attention grabbing whatsoever.
Well, and like, she does have some really, really good and beautiful parts in it that I really enjoyed and kind of made me, I understood why it was such a big deal in 1992, because it was like, oh, that made me excited to be a woman. Like I feel proud of that. Or it just kind of verbalized things that I've had trouble verbalizing as a woman that I appreciated. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a 2-star because I can see that. Yeah. But 500 pages. Like I made it to 303. Yeah. But too much of a book to read in a month. Like you kind of have to read a chapter and either sit with it or skim each page. Yeah. And kind of make up your own interpretation. And like my reading comprehension sucks. That was what I was worst at in school. Okay. So maybe I'm missing the entire point of this book.
Well, my reading comprehension is good. Yeah. And it was hard.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not a you thing. It's like
it was just like,
it was like, where's the point?
Well, and like the chapter that I stopped on, where she's making a whole bunch of like she was talking about the ugly duckling. Yeah. And how each part of the ugly duckling story is parallel to growing as a woman. But not in the way you're thinking. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It was just, I've read better. Yeah. I feel like it could have been better. We had very high hopes. Yeah. But like, there were some excerpts like where there's one where it's like, to be strong, it means to be able to learn, to be able to stand what we know, it means to stand and live. Yeah. Like there were certain things.
Mm-hmm. And there was like, when you have problems in your life, it's because you're going against your nature. Like I do like that. That was like the start of the Bluebeard chapter or whatever, basically saying going against your nature is going to give you troubles in life, because it will. Yeah. Eventually is going to catch up to you.
Well, and it talks about like the raw essence of being a woman. Yeah. And that's where the wild comes from. It's just going back to nature, going back to what it means to be a woman. And like, we're allowed to have thoughts and feelings and be loud and take up space. Yeah. 500 pages of saying that, though, it's too much.
Cut it down.
Too much.
It's like, it needed to be proofread.
100%.
So.
Yeah. No, it was just, it could have been.
I think she's smart as a human. Like, she's got all these qualifications, and she's an immigrant and all this, like, things against the author. So it's no knock against the author. It's just a knock against the physical script of the book. Yeah. And as being a critique of the novel as a whole, I didn't care for it. And like, this is the most aggressive I've ever been. Like, I'm not reading this book anymore. I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit much. I want to finish it because I feel like there's something in there that just has to be good. Like, there has to be a reason that this sold 1 million copies. Yeah. Like, maybe they tie it all in at the end. I don't know.
Yeah. I maybe when I have space, we'll look over it again, but I doubt it's going to happen anytime soon.
I have 200 pages left. Mm-hmm. So I could do that in 2 days. Because that was what I was doing. I was like 100 pages each day just to split it up. Yeah. And then you told me we had more than one copy, so I didn't have to finish this book. And I was like, amazing. And I haven't touched it since. Yeah, I know. But yeah. Oh. Okay. Cool. Are we doing a segment or?
Yeah. For our segment, we're just going to do a quick little game of Smash or Pass for the Love is Blind cast. Mm-hmm. Even though I feel like everyone's answers for this is going to be the same. Yeah. So do we introduce the main characters, like the main couples? Like that were at the reunion?
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor.
Pass.
Yeah, pass. Izzy.
I don't know. I kind of like him. But I don't know.
I feel for him, but I don't know if I feel for him enough for it to be like a smash. Mm-hmm. What's a middle one? Hug?
This feels like a fuck, marry, kill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Better yet. Yeah, that's a better idea. Fuck, marry, kill. Oh. I'd fuck Izzy. I'm killing Taylor.
Yeah. I don't know that I would fuck Izzy because I feel like he's not very good.
No, but I'm not marrying him.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, yeah, then I'd fuck Izzy.
Kill Shayna 2.0.
Yes. Marry Milton.
Marry Milton.
Kill Lydia.
Fuck it, Lydia.
No, she scares me.
She could kill you, but she
scares me. I think
I don't want to kill Johnny, but I don't want any of the above for her.
I know. So I think I'm going to go with fuck Johnny. Because I don't know enough about her to want to marry her. But I feel like we could be friends.
I'm going to ghost Johnny. I'm just going to create a fourth category for her. Because...
Wow, so you're going to Chris her.
Yeah.
I think I'd fuck Chris because out of that cast, he'd be the most I'd be attracted to.
I'm gonna kill Chris. I don't really care for him. I'm glad that he stood up and like said no, like when Johnny came back to him as like an apology and like, yeah, I'm glad he didn't make himself not a second choice.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fuck him and I don't want to marry him, so.
Yeah. I don't want to kill him. Yeah. And kill JP. And Uche. And Aaliyah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have to agree. Yeah. This is where smash or pass. Like, I would just pass on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, so that'll be passes.
But yeah, no. Yeah. The only person I'm marrying is Milton.
I love Milton. Milton, if you watch this, please come on our podcast. I want to pick your brain.
Yeah. So fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
If you guys agree, I mean, say you agree, type I agree in the comments, or say...
Or disagree.
Yeah.
Let us know what you would do.
Do your smash, pass, fuck, marry, kill answers in the comments.
Yep.
Because we need categories. So there's levels.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Who's to know? Who's to say?
Yeah.
Okay, on that note, I'm Mak Joy.
I'm Mak Jubes.
We are Sometimes About Slaps on all social media platforms. Our website, sometimesaboutsslaps.com, has our book club reviews, our affiliate links, our merch line, our episode links to audio and video episodes. We are also on Patreon now.
Oh, so yeah.
If you're interested in supporting us ad-free,
go to patreon.com/sometimesaboutsslaps.
Yeah, we just have a low rate of like $1 a month, and for $1 a month you can...
It's $2 a month.
$2?
$2 a month.
Okay.
You get ad-free episodes.
Yeah, so 4 episodes ad-free, so if those bug you, head on over there.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say one more thing.
And as we get more Patreon subscribers, we'll be kind of increasing that, increasing the content that you get, and we'll make tiers and like XYZ. We just need to get some... people to do that.
See what you guys want. If you guys want to hear from us, if you want to be part of live episodes, that's a way to show that you're interested in things like that.
Yeah, so. We can even do live streams like before we record. We can meet and talk with you guys. So let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. And then on that note, I guess we will see you guys next Tuesday.
Ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Bye.